Welcome back to Bet with the Boys.
We both were about to say it. We both breathed in deep. But yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today is Sunday, September the 29th. And, we're doing a video for Sunday, September 29th. It's actually the 28th. But we're doing a game. Me and Eric are going to go head to head, not in bets, but just picking the NFL games every week. Uh, Obviously, the season's already started, but we're going to go ahead and kind of pick this up. And if you guys in the comments want to put your bets, or not bets, but picks for the week and compete right along with us, feel free to do so.
Yeah, every game against the spread this week. We compete against each other and everything, so we might as well do this as well. I was going to say I thought we were playing each other in fantasy this week, but we played last week. So,
Yeah.
anyways, like and subscribe. Road to 2.1K. That's 2,100 for any of y'all that didn't know. And support the channel if you want to be a member. Bet with the Boys Hall of Fame, $2.99 a month. You get a nice little shout out too by Jake. He calls you out like a WWE wrestler, and you get to live that for a brief 10 seconds. So great value.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Guys, big college football day. I don't know if you're watching right now, but later on tonight, Alabama, Georgia, going to be great. It's really going to put, who is the best in the SEC. We'll see when Texas gets into the meat of their schedule and starts playing some of the big boys. But this is the first game of the year type game, in my opinion, coming up later on.
I feel like Texas kind of got an out this year, though. I was looking at their schedule, and I think they might go like 11-1, man.
Yeah, they got to play Georgia in a few weeks. But yeah, as far as the SEC teams who are like top of the top, I think they have the easier schedule.
And we do have a pick tonight. If you saw the short we posted, this is the first video we've posted in a while. So getting it out in advance. It's only Saturday. Had some time today. Gonna dive in and go deep in the NFL against the spread picks. See who's got a plan. See who can, solve world hunger. Because betting against the spread might be the hardest thing there is to do in the world. So
Yeah, those
but we're
line
not.
makers in Vegas are unbelievable.
Yeah, we're not scared though. Just pick every game. Come on, stop throwing out leans and stuff like that. Stop skipping games. If you throw out a lean on a game, I feel like that's basically like a way of saying like this is our cover up if it misses. But yeah, so just throw out every pick. We'll do a lock at the end of the episode too that we consensusly agree on, the two of us. Can you consensusly agree with the two of us?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a word, but I know what you mean.
I think to be a consensus, it's almost got to be three. Might be wrong, but one thing I'm not wrong about, let's jump into this and I'll tell you guys. Jake says he wants me to go first on every one because he thinks I'll be copying him.
No, I said we can alternate because you would be copying me if you weren't.
All right, we'll alternate just to follow the rules here, I guess. But whatever we got to do to make you think I'm not cheating, it's not going to matter. We'll go back next week and tally up the scoreboard. But as you can see on the screen, we got the Broncos first against the Jets. I'll put the spread to the side of the team, of course. So the Jets are -8 against the Broncos. The Jets have a rest advantage in this one. They played last Thursday against the Patriots. The Jets do look ahead to London next week. I'm not sure who they play, but that's always interesting. And the Broncos coming off a big win against the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers were kind of beat up in their secondary a little bit, missing three of their best players on defense. Vita Vea, is he going to go in this game?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he is.
I think he's questionable, if not out. But, all right, Jets -8. I think it's a look ahead spot for the Jets. They don't really throw the ball down the field much. I think they run the ball a lot, keep it conservatively. Peyton got through the first 2 weeks, which has seemed to be his problem his whole career. Once he gets past his first 2 or 3 weeks, give me the Broncos +8 in this one. It's going to be my pick.
Okay, so this is a Nathaniel Hackett game. They fired him at the Broncos, brought in Sean Payton. He's the OC at the Jets. has really looked terrible at the Jets as the offensive coordinator until really last week. Um, that's when they kind of found a groove. Aaron Rodgers was hot. Like you said, a look ahead spot. The Jets are playing in London next week. And then after that, they come back to the Bills. So that's going to be a real tough game coming back from overseas to the Bills. They almost have to win this game. I'm going to go with the Jets. I'm going to go with the Jets -8.
All right, I like it. Straight chalk. Disagreeing
Yep.
on the first one. Chalk gets you killed. You usually put it around your body when you're laying there on the sidewalk. So first
It's a
victim, dude. It's
it's a
1 and
big
0 for me.
spread. Big spread. I look at quarterback, coach, and supporting roster. Quarterback obviously goes to the Jets. Coach, I mean, you got to give Sean Payton. Supporting roster, I'm going with the Jets.
Garrett Garrett Wilson's gonna be a non-factor in this game. Pat
That's
Surtain gonna be on him. I mean, it's basically taking away a half of the field.
it's true, yeah.
He
But
shut down
Lazard,
He shut down DK. He shut down Mike Evans. This week it's gonna be Garrett Wilson. I even took him out of my fantasy lineup.
yeah. Well, I mean, they still have Lazard, Mike Williams, Brees Hall, Braylon Allen.
Mike
I think
Williams is a shell of himself.
he's like 28.
If
It's
you're gonna
crazy.
beat me by 8 with Mike Williams, I'll take that every day.
All right,
And the Jets defense, are they even good? They
I
look
guess we'll
bad.
see. I guess we'll
They
see.
look bad. The Jets might not beat the Titans if they didn't block a punt and Will Levis.
And Will Levis, just everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Jets +8. You're going Jets -8. First disagreements. I like it. This next one, you're up first.
All right, we got the Bengals -4.5 at the Panthers. Back-to-back revenge games. First it was Nathaniel Hackett. Now it's the Red Rifle. Andy Dalton got benched on the trade deadline day by the Bengals. So he couldn't even get traded. They kept him and then benched him. So they did him kind of dirty after taking him to the playoffs for many years. But he is the quarterback of the Panthers. They had a big boost just with competent quarterback play last week. But I think the Bengals, I mean, if they go 0-4, the season's done. They're already hanging on by a thread, but I'm going Bengals -4.5.
Plus the Panthers, they dumped the Gatorade last week. You got to fade the Gatorade. I
That's
mean, it's
true.
one of the most profitable systems ever. And this one, there's not much for me to cap. I think you hammered it all. I think they got up for Andy Dalton being the starting quarterback last week. I don't think that will continue. I also think the Raiders have problems of their own. Thielen's out. Give me the Bengals -4.5. Everybody's looking for a revenge game for Andy Dalton. I don't see it here.
And Joe Burrow is hot right now. Everybody's talking about Jaden Daniels' performance last week. The Bengals also did not punt or turn the ball over in that game. They just didn't get the ball last. And, yeah, I think the Bengals will roll in this one.
Yep. I'm 2-0 right now. You're 1-1.
Next
No,
one,
it's
this is
fine.
you.
All right. Bucks and the Eagles. What a game. The Bucks, showed us what they are last week with the Broncos. And the Eagles, man, so beat up, still favored in this game. It's weird they're still favored without Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, but I really think the public just loves the Eagles, and they're going to be on them no matter what after the Bucks, what they did to the Broncos. I'm taking the Bucks here as home dogs. I think you just got to do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. So, who's better, Baker Mayfield? Get your fuck tail out of my face. Baker Mayfield or or Jalen Hurts?
Are you
There's an
asking me or the
argument
people?
that since the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts has not had one of those games where it's just like, wow, he took that game over and played amazing. Um, I think he's more of a mid-tier quarterback than one of the top 5 that everybody thought he was after that Super Bowl run. Um, Devontae's out. I think the Buccaneers get it done. I do. At home, taking care of business.
Okay, we agree on this one. We got a dog in the card. Slight dog's basically a pick 'em. I trust Baker Gunslinger Mayfield. Like you said, Jalen Hurts. He did start running the ball. It's pretty good. I didn't watch the last game, but 2 games ago, it looked a little bit better. But I still think they're without weapons. If you're asking Goddard to be your number one receiver, even though he is on my fantasy team, I don't see a world in which that's a reliable offense. So
And I do apologize, guys. We are not on the ESPN set today. There is a cat terrorizing me right now. It is my girlfriend's cat. There's nothing I can do about it. We're just going to have to deal with it. This one is where I go first. All right. We got the Rams and Bears. Bears -3. This is one of my favorite games of the week to pick. I don't even have to break it down too much. Rams, Bears, quarterback advantage, Rams. Coach advantage, Rams. Now, the Rams receivers are banged up. It's a banged up team in general, but the Bears have not given me any reason to think that they're actually a good football team. Rams +3. I would take a money line, but since we're just doing spread, Rams.
who did the Bears play last week?
The Colts. Right?
Remind me I don't know. I forgot. I did not bring a laptop to refer to. Yeah, I'm with you though. I can't go with the Bears as 3-point favorites, especially after the Rams beating the 49ers. I do have concerns with this Rams team, injuries, offensive line. Still going Rams. Bears, great defense, but like you said, Matthew Stafford. There's no reason not to go with the Rams +3 here.
And they just keep throwing the ball with Caleb Williams. They're not giving him a chance to help a young rookie quarterback with the running game. I mean, what did he throw, like 52 times last week? I think it
Yeah,
was
he's not
something.
going to do that anymore.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, pretty bland game there.
This is a good one.
This is me, right?
Yep.
Underrated rivalry. Saints, Falcons. You usually don't watch these. They put these games on Fox. You have to watch the Titans play a crappy game on CBS. But I might tune into this one because the Titans are playing on Monday night this week. Saints and Falcons. Man, it seems like the Saints just find ways to win. They've dominated this series. The Falcons seem like they have all the pieces, but just haven't been able to put it together. Darnell Mooney seems to be Kirk Cousins' favorite target. I don't know if I quite trust that or not yet. Bijan just hasn't been finding the end zone reliable enough. I think the Saints' run defense is going to slow him down. I think the Saints come back to life a little bit after they put up a bunch of field goals against the Eagles. Give me the Saints to take this one +2.5.
All right. We talk about a lot of what the best and worst division in football is. This might be the most competitive division. Saints, Falcons, Bucks all have a real shot. Panthers, I don't think, but those top 3 teams are all off to a pretty good start. Falcons are 1-2, easily could be 2-1, but I'm going to go with the Falcons actually. Like you said, the Saints do find ways to win these games, sort of, but I think Derek Carr is on pumpkin watch. I think he's going to, put up his numbers this year, but a lot of it is going to be for naught. I think Kirk Cousins, if I'm going with the quarterback matchup, I'm going to take him at home, getting more comfortable off that Achilles. I'm going Falcons -2.5.
Okay. Disagreements there. I like it. Really a toss-up game in my opinion, but yeah, that's what I came to.
Jaguars and Texans, another division matchup. Simple as this: Texans -6.5. That's what I'm going with. I mean, CJ Stroud and the Texans have actually not looked as good as people might have thought if they've not watched these games. If you watch that Sunday night game against the Bears, they really did nothing. Their offense has not looked explosive, but they have just overall better team. The Jags with Trevor Lawrence, I know that they're going to win some games this year. I just don't think this is going to be one of those. But if they do win, they'll be 1-3, and the Texans will be 2-4. They'll be one game back with the tiebreaker. So it's a big game, but I'm going Texans.
Yeah, I think you said it best, man. Texans just haven't looked good, haven't looked explosive, but opposite of you, I'm not going to take and go against everything I just said. I'm taking the Jags plus 6.5. You said it. Texans don't look good, man. So I don't know why you decided to rock with them, anyways. But this
Jaguars
is a
look worse.
divisional game. Uh, I don't think Evan Ingram's back, but if you look at that first game, the Jags had an opportunity to beat the Dolphins and did blow it. If they just get out of their own way, I think they can cover this. And then watching the Texans last week just get absolutely thumped by the Vikings, something might be up there. They might not be that good. They might have been reading the newspaper about how good they are. Stephon Diggs, it's only a matter of time until I think he becomes a problem there. Just going to complain about his stats the whole time. If you saw Josh Allen's comments about Stephon Diggs, it's great. Football's a great and fun thing when somebody's not worried about their stats and stuff. I don't know Stephon Diggs personally, but I can kind of read the room. I think that's what's going on there. Yeah, I'm just waiting on something to go wrong and Stephon Diggs to get mad at another team again. Give me the Jags plus 6.5 in the division game with their backs against the wall in a must-win.
And one more thing about that game is I would be tempted to go with the Jags because they're coming off a blowout, but both teams are coming off a blowout right now. Both teams are fired up, I would assume, and I just think the Texans are a better overall team.
Fair enough.
Great game.
Vikings and Packers. This is crazy because Jordan Love's coming back, right?
That's what they say. I don't
Right now,
know.
Malik Willis is looking like the next coming of Tom Brady, but he could never do that at the Titans, and now everybody wants to point a finger and say, why did the Titans get rid of him? Go back and watch his games. I mean,
Yeah.
Dude's not even the same person. It's a joke at this point. He was basically scamming the Titans to get out of there. Throwing games. I think they need to look into him for gambling.
I don't
He
know
must have
about
took his
that.
unders. He must have took the other team against the spread.
I don't know about that. I think this is wait, this is your pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So the Vikings look like the best team in the NFL right now. Sam Darnold is hard to trust, but I'm going to have to because Packers Jordan Love might be rushing back. I don't know if he's ready yet. He throws off that back foot a lot. Do you want to put pressure on that? I don't know. And then this is a revenge spot for Aaron Jones. He wanted to retire a Packer, and they got rid of him. Sent him to the Vikings. Team morale seems to be clicking right now. Give me the Vikings, the better team. I don't know why they're underdogs. Maybe because they're on the road, I guess. And everybody just loves the Packers. But I'll take the Vikings, the better team, in the +3.
All right. So this is, I think, two of the best coaches in the NFL right now. Kevin O'Connell and Matt LaFleur taking quarterbacks that nobody really wanted and making something happen. Now, they do get their draft pick, Jordan Love, back in this game. But LaFleur, his play calling has just been exactly what the Packers needed with Malik Willis at quarterback. And the Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, coming from that Shanahan-McVay system, look at what Shanahan has done with Brock Purdy. Now, I know Brock Purdy might be good. Who knows? I mean, I know he's doing the system well, but a guy with Sam Darnold's talent in that same system, man, Vikings have looked really good. They have better receivers, but I'm going Packers -3 at home, defending Lambeau.
Jordan Addison returns.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, against Jair Alexander. Alexander says that he can lock him down, but I'm going to have to see it before I believe that. Dude's just on another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, so another disagreement there.
All right. Steelers at the Colts. Dude. Kill me. Sorry. Steelers -2 at the Colts. Now, Colts have not looked great. Anthony Richardson, I have a theory that in college, if you're not winning, if you're not killing people in college, you're probably not going to get to the pros and start killing people as well. Um, we've seen it over and over again. They draft these guys based on their potential, their arm talent, their size. But I think Anthony Richardson is actually a bad quarterback. Justin Fields did win in college. He did kill it. He was in a tough situation at the Bears. The Bears never really have a good quarterback. I don't know if it's just the play callers they've had for the last 100 years or what, but no Bears quarterback has ever thrown for 4,000 yards or 30 touchdowns. He's in the perfect spot for him. Steelers, their defense is so dominant that all you need is a quarterback who's not going to turn the ball over, move the chains, run the ball, stop the run. Steelers football. Steelers -2.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you about Anthony Richardson. Look what the Steelers and Tomlin have game planned against bad quarterbacks, and they just make their life miserable. There's really nothing to say. I saw somebody said something about Tomlin earlier about give us the recipe for this great tasting hot dog that you make every single week. And he's like, I can't give you the recipe. It's nasty. You might not eat it no more. So give me the Steelers. That's all I need to know. Basically, -2 is an underdog. And we know how Tomlin is as an underdog. It's basically a coin flip. I'll take the Steelers -2 against a team that I think the public is just too high on in the Colts. Like they like the fact that Anthony Richardson is a big dude that runs around, has a great arm, but he hasn't shown me much. So
I agreed.
all right, I think this one's me. We got 49ers -10.5 against the Patriots here. The 49ers got news earlier that Christian McCaffrey might miss a couple months. He had to go out of the USA to Germany to find a specialist, which is crazy. I don't know how that happens, but yeah. Anyways, Patriots are that bad. They got exposed to the Jets, who don't even throw the ball down the field. On Thursday night, we were on the Jets in that game, actually. 49ers, Juwan Jennings, they're showing that they can get it done without Deebo Samuel. Is he playing this week?
Deebo?
Yeah.
He's like game time decision. I think he's out.
Well, I think Brandon Ayuk is due. I'm a due type of better. And the 49ers losing that game last week, I think they basically, they got that lead and then they brought their phone out like you're playing Madden or something. You get up by 3 touchdowns, you bring your phone out, you're just clicking buttons on defense, picking a play, you're not really paying attention, and that's when the other team just beats you. And then before you know it, you're like, what happened? I think that's what the 49ers did. They overlooked the Rams with all the injuries. 49ers in a smash spot here for me. I know that's straight chalk, -10.5, but I got to roll with it. I got no faith in Boston right now. New England.
Yeah. Patriots suck. That's just all there is to it. I mean, they are bad in every single facet of the game, except defense. They have a pretty good corner. And
one.
I don't want to spend too much time on this game. 49ers -10.5.
Yeah, like I said, I know it's chalk, but sometimes chalk wins.
Yep.
It's all you.
Good game. Commanders and Cardinals. Little alliteration here. Double C's. -3.5 for the Cardinals. Weird. That's a weird spread, being that the Commanders just came off a big win against the Bengals, where their offenses look like it's clicking. It makes me think, just based on this number that I find weird, I'm going to go with the Cardinals -3.5. Kyler Murray has started looking a little bit better. Marvin Harrison is a dog, just like his dad. But, yeah, I mean, I would have thought that the Commanders, this would have been, maybe +2, even with the home advantage of the Cardinals. But, yeah, I'm going Cardinals -3.5 just on a weird spread.
Yeah, I agree. All the Jaden Daniels hype. He looked good last week. I think he threw 2 incompletions, but dude gets lit up a lot. Dude takes crazy hits. You remember Garantano at Tennessee? There's a highlight reel of that. Go back and watch Garantano getting lit up in Tennessee. He takes huge shots, not the way you want to be taking them. Jaden Daniels, small dude. He can't continue to take these shots. This is the National Football League. He is my fantasy quarterback, which scares the absolute dog crap out of me. you're supposed to. I know what they say. You're supposed to take the -3.5, and you're supposed to lay the -2.5 or +2.5. I'm with you on this. Cardinals -3.5 at home. I just think they find a way. That might have been the Super Bowl for the Commanders last week. They haven't punted in 2 straight games now, which is unbelievable. I think they're going to punt in this one, and Cardinals get this one done.
That's why I think it's a crazy line that the Cardinals, who have not looked spectacular, are -3.5. This is a perfect trap game. Take the Commander. It's like you get a field goal and you win. I mean, they've not punted in 2 games. Yeah, Cardinals might. This might be my lock.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that. Like, I see this game well. The Commanders, their defense is non-existent. You didn't blow any teams out yet. You didn't punt.
It's
It's
true.
a huge red flag to me. Cardinals -3.5. That might be my favorite game so far.
All
This
right.
one's me.
Yep.
Chiefs -7.5. Divisional matchup against the Chargers. Harbaugh's first year. Justin Herbert is banged up. I think he's going to try to play him, ain't he?
They were talking about it. I'll have to find out, but yeah, I think I don't know. He's going to try to play. He's tough. Justin Herbert is, but
Yeah.
who's their backup?
Easton Stick still? Maybe.
I don't know.
I got no clue. That's who it was, I think, last year. But
Yeah.
um, this is a tough game for me, honestly, because everybody's head should be thinking, the Chiefs can kill them. But in my opinion, the Chiefs haven't looked that great. They have found ways to win tight games, I will say, in a divisional matchup. I've not really got much of a handicap on this. I'm just going to go Chargers, keep it physical here, run the ball, shorten the game, taking the Chargers +7.5.
So the Chiefs, everybody is saying that their offense has not looked great, and the eye test would tell you it hasn't. Um, but they are averaging 25 points a game. They are one of 3 teams in the AFC to score at least 21 every single game, along with the Bills and I can't remember the other team who has scored 21 in every game, but they're one of 3 in the AFC. But I agree with Eric here. I'm going Chargers. I mean, anytime the Chiefs are -7.5, -7 or more, they really don't cover. They don't blow teams out. But the Chargers have also played them tough. Now I know quarterback is banged up, but they really are implementing that hardball ball. It's tough to say, but where they just run the ball, they only need the quarterback to make the crucial plays. Herbert is good enough to do that. I'm going Chargers +7.5.
Yeah, Harbaugh's a defensive dude. Coming off a loss, you don't fade a Harbaugh. I have zero confidence in this pick, by the way. I'm just taking the +7.5 with the home team in a divisional game.
I like it.
It's a profitable system.
Yeah. This one's me. Browns, Raiders. Yuck. Oh, man. Browns -2.5 at the Raiders. Two great
What are you doing?
defenses. Two great defenses. You got Max Crosby for the Raiders, and then you got Myles Garrett for the Browns. Uh, I could see an under in this game. Browns -2.5. I mean,
That's an absolute.
Massage Watson still starting versus Gardner Minshew. Give
Who
me
was
the Raiders. That was a terrible impression, but I'm going with the Raiders.
Chris Berman, baby? He's on today. Hey,
Legend.
tell me what the coach of the Raiders said last week. Do you remember that quote?
Antonio Pierce, he said,
Yeah.
we had some guys making business decisions. We'll make some as well.
How do you think the team responds to that?
I think as a former NFL linebacker who was a dog, Super Bowl champion for the Giants, Antonio Pierce, I think
I thought you were talking about yourself on Madden.
oh no, I'm one-time Super Bowl champion,
As
tried
a former
20.
Super Bowl champion.
But no, I think Antonio Pierce has a pulse on that locker room. I think he may not be the best X's and O's coach, but I think he probably gets the guys fired up. They really just have a problem at quarterback. I mean, they have Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. Gardner's the best backup in the league, but as a starting quarterback, I don't know if he's going to get much done. But I mean, saying I'm making business decisions, I don't think he's going to replace too many guys. I think it just fires people up to come in there and play Raiders football, hit hard, and play great defense, run the ball. I like
Yeah,
the Ravens.
he also basically pulled it back a little bit, saying, "Well, if your contract wasn't so big, I wouldn't be playing you," or something like that. Who was he talking about? He could have been talking about Gardner Minshew. He played pretty dang good.
Yeah, I mean Devontae.
Him, Max Crosby. I don't know what Max Crosby did. I don't know. I didn't keep the stats, but in no way will I ever take the Browns with Deshaun Watson as road favorites, with Myles Garrett being banged up and hurt, not all the way healthy. The team does not support him. It's only a matter of time until Jameis Winston comes in. Free Jameis. If they play him, if he comes in this game, I want nothing to do with the Raiders, but right now, Deshaun Watson's starting quarterback. I'm taking the Raiders plus 2.5. You're supposed to lay the plus 2.5. So that's what I'm going to do here with the Raiders. Is that who you pick?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
All right. Sunday night football, baby. Ravens minus 2.5 against the Bills. This game is one that I'm actually going to use my sharp skills on that I have. I'm going with the Ravens minus 2.5 just because the Bills are undefeated. The Ravens did look good last week. I just don't see why the line's Ravens minus 2.5 when the Bills have been better. So I'm going to pretend like that means something, and I'm going to go with the Ravens minus 2.5. It looks like you strongly disagree, so let's hear it.
No, dang, that kills me. I thought this was one where I was going to be able to get an advantage on this competition by taking the Ravens. I thought you were going to take the Bills, but yeah, I mean the Bills have looked absolutely fantastic. Josh Allen has played basically perfect football. I mean, he didn't have to do much against the Dolphins. I mean, they just came out and killed him. And then last week, that first half he may have had a perfect first half. It may have been a 158.3 passer rating. But Bills, Ravens, I mean, these are arguably the second and third best teams in the AFC. I know the Ravens got off to that 0-2 start, but they were a toe short of having an opportunity to win that Chiefs game. The Bills have just looked unbelievable so far. But yeah, I like the Ravens here. Minus 2.5. Why would the Bills be underdogs in this game? Coming off a shellacking of the Jaguars. Ravens had a pretty good win against the Cowboys. It got close late. If the Ravens get up by 10, I would be worried still. The Ravens have had a tough time closing games. Now, part of that is because they get up by 10 so many times because they're so dominant in the regular season that they're going to blow more leads than most teams because most teams aren't up by double digits as many times as the Ravens. But yeah, I'm going Ravens here. I like it. I like them to win and cover and maybe by a lot more than 3. This could be a 10-point game.
Yeah, I like it too. It just feels right. And this last game here, I'm glad you get to go first on it because this was tough.
This is gross. Titans are healthy, have their starting quarterback, and it might be worse than Dolphins backups.
I said it was the last game. It's not.
Oh yeah, this is one of the Monday nights. Yeah, Monday night's got a doubleheader, which is nice because thank God this isn't the only game. Titans Dolphins. I'm going Titans to get their first win. I'm go like you said, you lay the minus 1.5, minus 2.5, but I don't believe in the Dolphins with their backups right now. They do have a coaching advantage, but I just feel like the Titans, this is a sneaky one of those games they win.
Yeah. I'm going Titans.
Eeny, meeny,
Titans,
miny, mo.
baby. Hometown team. Um, Seriously, though, I think the Titans defense is legit. The Dolphins' offensive line hasn't looked great. The strength of the Titans is the defensive line and just the defense in general. But she has been so good about shutting down number one receivers. I know Tyreek Hill is in a category of his own. He's faster. It's going to be harder to cover, but if anybody can do it, it's him. And the Titans just have to stop turning the ball over and getting punts blocked. For me, that's what landed me on the Titans. Give me an underdog in a team. Either team can win the game. An underdog in a game, any team can win.
I agree.
All right, last game. I think we're both in agreement on this one because we talked about it. But I'm going to take it a step further. Seahawks might be the worst 3-0 team in the league right now. Are they the only 3-0 team in the league? I'm
No,
not
the
sure. Chiefs.
Vikings and the Chiefs and the Bills.
Yeah, they're the worst 3-0 team in the league. This is division game?
No.
Okay, yeah, it didn't sound right when I said it. But anyways, I like the Lions -3.5 here. I think they need to stick to running the ball and hitting Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then if, Amon-Ra St. Brown's doubled, hit James Williams, they can beat you in multiple ways, I guess. That's how I'm trying to say it. Seahawks, I'm just worried. Is Kenneth Walker coming back this week?
He's supposed to. I don't know. He's my fantasy running back. I have to make that decision. He's supposed to.
DK has looked great. The Lions put together a decent secondary. It's a step up from last year's. Give me the Lions at home. I think they pound the rock and win. I mean, they're going to cover -3.5 in my opinion.
I agree. Seahawks, like you said, the worst 3-0 team. They have played really well. They do have some good guys on offense. But like you said, I was going to say something right along the lines. The Lions have more ways to win. Jared Goff is a top 5 quarterback when he's offensive line is holding up. Now Ragnow is hurt, his center. He slight tear in his tricep, I believe, but he's a monster. I don't know if he's playing this game, but he will be back for the next game. He's trying to play this week. I wouldn't expect him to play, but yeah, I mean, even if Jared Goff is under pressure, what they do so well, not Slowick, Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator, they tailor the offensive plan to the game, to the situation, to the opponent. It's not just we're going to come in and run this stuff. If it's not working, we just lose that week. They in the game will make an adjustment. If they're pressuring Goff, they're going to throw some screens. They're going to run the ball. They're going to go to the quick game, get the ball out of his hand. And sorry, got choked up. With guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, and Gibbs, the run after the catch, yards after contact is crazy with those guys. So I think they can just chunk it all the way down the field. I expect Lions in a win and to put up a lot of points. I would look at team total over for the Lions.
Yeah, plus Dan Campbell. I like how he's not afraid to go for it on fourth down, do some things outside the box. Jared Goff in a dome, baby. Give me the Lions -3.5. This might be a best bet on Monday night. Stay tuned for that. We'll put it out Monday. But now it's time to get into our lock of the week. So you give me yours. We have a consensus of Cardinals -3.5. So we'll just go ahead and tell you guys that both of us are in agreement on this. Cardinals -3.5. So not picking that game. We'll both give out a lock. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, that was going to be my lock, but I'm going to go with the Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions as my lock of the week.
Okay. I like that too. In agreement. And hopefully you agree with mine. I'm going to scan the board real quick, try to make it quick. But I just can't get this one out of my head, to be honest. I'm going with the Bengals -4.5 against the Panthers. Everybody's expecting the revenge game. Andy Dalton, first quarterback this year to throw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. So they dumped the Gatorade. That's all I need to know. Bengals have so much on the line, and the Panthers just stop themselves. They basically just remove themselves from being historically bad. They're celebrating.
I agree. And usually the books give you 3 points at home. So really it's Bengals -7.5 that I can get at 4.5. I think this is at least a touchdown win for the Bengals. Uh, like we said, they didn't punt or turn the ball over last game either. And in that Chiefs game, their offense was looking good. They would have won that game if not for a 4th and 16 pass interference call. So, yeah, guys, I'm going Bengals. I think we're in agreement there as well. So that's 3 that we agree on. You want to do those 3?
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll probably put out more, to be honest, because you know how we like to do with fading these boosts.
Yeah, so guys, if you watched this 40-minute video, you got to the picks. Those are our 3. Bengals -4.5, Lions -3.5, and Cardinals -3.5. Yeah, this is the first video we've done in a while. So if you guys watched, thank you so much. It does help us out a lot. And let us know in the comments what your locks are, what your picks are. And yeah, that's all
Yeah,
we
we'll
got
be
for
going
today.
back over we'll go over the recap next week, and we'll go back tally up how many wins I got, how many wins Jake got. I think I'm 16-0 right now. Yeah, I've got all 16 right, so just parlay my picks, make a lot of money.
I think
But
you'll be surprised. I think I'm going to win this week. I think I was sharp. And yeah, I think this is going to be fun going forward. Like you said, we're going to recap it next week, and we'll get more efficient with this as well. Come in a little bit more prepared, knowing who we're going to pick, so it's not a 40-minute video.
yeah, straight bets, not parlays. We'll make notes going forward to get better at this. We'll have injuries. I know we ask each other a lot in the video, mainly me, if this dude's going to be playing or not. Nobody wants to see all that. We need to have it up on the screen. Also, just because we don't do a video every day, it doesn't mean we're not putting out content. It'll be under the shorts tab, so make sure you are liking and subscribing. Notifications. I hope they give notifications for shorts. Not sure if they do or not, but just check by 4 o'clock every day. They're usually out.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bet responsibly. Always bet with the boys.
Have a great day watching college football.
See y'all.